Hello friends, today our topic is endpoints, environment variables, parameters in API. So let me explain you about the endpoint first. It is an address where API is hosted on the server. It is the combination of URL, resource, query or path parameters, etc. So these are the two examples you can see like how endpoints are created. Now we have parameters in API. So parameters are basically used to navigate to the specific area or portion on the application. So there are two types of parameter, path parameter and query parameter. Path parameters are variable part of the URL path. They are typically used to point to a specific resource within a collection. So the example you can see here is like we are generally targeting the maps on Maps API, Maps endpoint on the Google, provided by the Google. Thereafter, we have query parameters. Query parameters used to get a specific response. Query parameters start as an endpoint, generally start with a question mark. If you make chaining followed by another queries, then we have to use AND operator. So params section help you to add multiple params, which will automatically add as an endpoint. So from the postman, we have one section just below the URL. This is which is basically known as params, where we have to put the key and value, and those key and value will be automatically used or be concatenated with the base URL and can be used as a parameter. So parameter are the combination of key and value. Example, you can see over here, like with the help of question mark, params name equal to 2. We can also rearrange params we want by drag from the param section. As we already explained you in the postman, we have something like param section from where we can add multiple parameters. So this is the example of the query parameter. You can see then we have environmental variables. A variable is a symbolic representation of data that enables you to access a value without having to enter it manually wherever you need it. This can be useful if you are using the same value in the multiple place variables. Variables makes your request more flexible and readable by abstracting the details and details away. I mean, the purpose of the environment variable, like suppose you are going to test many requests, many API requests from Postman. Now, for each and every request, you have to put a base URL, right? So you don't need to write all the base URL for each and every request again and again. We have one section in the Postman available for environment variable where you just need to put a key, like you can use the name as a URL, and then inside that we have as a value we have to pass the base URL, and then with the help of curly braces, double curly braces, you can use those as a variable anywhere you want. So this is how environment variable is used. Now we have a global variable. A global variable is a variable with global scope, meaning that is visible throughout the program. So in the same section where you created the environment variable, uh, you have one more option to create a global variable. And the scope of the global variable will be across the program wherever you are going to use. So I will explain you how to create environment variables, global variables in detail in the upcoming lecture.